Are you looking for where to buy the best electric cars that charge faster, even than your smartphone? You're in the right arena. In today's video, we've got the 10 electric cars that can travel more kilometers without stopping to recharge the battery and could also charge faster than your smartphone. But before we begin, consider subscribing to my channel and smash the bell icon to get tuned. Done. Let's go. 1. Mercedes EQA 450 Plus. The Mercedes EQA is the electric equivalent of the S-Class, and as a luxury limousine, its target audience wouldn't be impressed if they had to spend half an hour at some gas station waiting for the batteries to replenish. Fortunately, the EQA has a very long wheelbase, and Mercedes has filled that huge space under the floor with a whopping 107.8 kilowatt-hour battery. That's bigger than anything on sale today, and the result is 450 miles of range, provided you treat the throttle carefully. It has a 0-100 kmph in 6.2 seconds, more than enough push to pass anyone on the highway. The German brand has an electric car with more autonomy than is marketed in our country, the EQ. It's 450 Plus. A large saloon that develops 523 CV of power and is capable of charging from 10 to 80% in just half an hour at fast charging stations. Mercedes has already presented the Vision EQX prototype, with which it intends to exceed 1,000 kilometers of autonomy. The EQS is very good to drive, and the interior is predictably exquisite. But the almost six-figure starting price means this isn't a car for the masses at just over 117,000 euros. 2. Tesla Model S, 652 kilometers. The Tesla Model S was the undisputed king of the EV range for nearly a decade, and the latest version is the most advanced with 400 miles of range. However, there is talk of an updated model with more autonomy that will not arrive here until the end of 2022 at the earliest, and that will have a price of just over 114,000 euros. The good news is that the WLTP range estimates used here tend to be even longer than those produced in the EPA's most stringent test cycle, so the 650 kilometers figure could end up being even higher. Tesla also offers the Model S Plaid, which is currently listed in the US and UK with an estimated range of 630 kilometers. Again, when that car arrives here at the end of 2022, it could be more expensive. The Model S Plaid Plus, which Tesla said had a range of over 500 miles, has been removed from the company's website, with boss Elon Musk saying the Model S Plaid is good enough. The Model S great autonomy allows you to travel 652 kilometers on a single charge. Tesla has installed superchargers in many countries, some of which can be used by cars of other brands. 3. BMW AX Drive 50 Sport. BMW's design language has been controversial in recent years, and nowhere is it more apparent than in the new AX SUV. Aesthetics aside, the AX is destined to be BMW's flagship electric vehicle for years to come. To that end, it's outfitted with a luxury interior, bags of smart tech, and a powertrain to do it justice. Front and rear motors combine for 523 brake horsepower in the X-Drive 50 model, resulting in 0-100 kmph in just 4.6 seconds, with a speed of 200 kmph. This AX is capable of traveling 610 kilometers between charges. When stopped, the 195 kilowatts charging capacity means you can add 150 kilometers of range in 10 minutes with a suitable fast charger. With a price of 112,000 euros, the BMW's AX Drive 50 electric SUV combines the brand's sportiness with a spacious interior. It is equipped with 2 electric motors, one for each axis, which has integral traction with a total power of 523 CV. Its pushing capacity is impressive, thanks to its maximum torque of 765 nanometer. 4. Tesla Model 3 Long Range. Let's go back to Tesla now and the best-selling Model 3. Available in 3 specifications, the Model 3 starts at 51,200 euros and has a WLTP range of 450 kilometers with a 0 to 60 time of 5.3 seconds. Next up is the long range, which starts at 60,000 euros, has a range of 580 kilometers, and a 0-100 miles per hour time of 4.2 seconds. Finally, the Model 3 Performance is priced at 71,500 euros, has a range of 566 kilometers, and has a 0-100 time of just 3.1 seconds. 0.1's faster than one of the most legendary and iconic supercars in history. Nothing more and nothing less than the McLaren F1. All three Model 3 variants have top speeds of 225 km/h, 233 km/h, and 260 km/h respectively, with the same 5 colors and 2 interior options available across the range. 5. Long-range Ford Mustang Mach-E. It may have a controversial name, but the Ford Mustang Mach-E puts up a decent fight among the best electric cars. The single-engine version of the Mach-E, with the largest 91 kilowatt-hour battery option, produces the longest range, with up to 610 kilometers using the WLTP test cycle. The Mach-E is priced at 50,600 euros, but for that price, you get a range of 440 kilometers with a 70 kilowatt-hour battery. If you switch to the 91 kilowatt-hour battery while keeping the single-motor rear-wheel drive setup, you'll have to shell out 56,700 euros. Ford also offers an all-wheel drive Mach-E, priced at 60,600 euros, and with a range of 400 kilometers, or 540 with the larger battery, while the flagship Mach-E GT starts at 79,000 euros and has a 500-kilometer range. In a controversial action, Ford used the iconic Mustang label to name its first 100% electric model, which has little to do with the well-known sports car. A power of 294 CV, 2 trunks, and a wide space between the 2 rows of seats make this car the perfect option for traveling comfortably. 6. BMW i4 eDrive 40. Another BMW is on the list. In this case, it is the 340 horsepower i4, which mixes the dynamism of the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe and the comfort of the daily life of electric vehicles. Its autonomy and its offer of 5 complete seats make it ideal for any journey. The BMW i4 is a large electric 4-door coupe that occupies a similar footprint to the 3 Series. 2 versions were available when it launched in the summer of 2021, with an entry-level eDrive 40 model and a performance-focused M50. The first has the longest autonomy of the 2, capable of traveling 587 kilometers thanks to an 81 kilowatt-hour battery. Its single electric motor is mounted on the rear axle and produces 340 pounds, giving it a 0 to 60 time of 5.7 seconds and a top speed of 190 km/h. Prices start from just 62,000 euros. All of that looks pretty decent on paper, but the M50 puts it in the shade. Costing 76,000 euros, it mounts a second engine at the front that increases power to a mighty 544 horsepower and reduces 0 to 60 to 3.9 seconds, figures that rival a supercar. It's admittedly not quite as sprightly as an M3 or M4 due to the extra 300 kilograms the powertrain adds, but having driven its most powerful version, it's impossible to imagine it not being a hit with customers. 7. Tesla Model X. Tesla's latest entry is the Model X, which also recently underwent a major update and won't be available until late 2022. Like the Model S, the range figures Tesla claims are estimates. At 118,000 euros, it has a range of up to 580 kilometers, a time from 0 to 100 km/h of 3.8 seconds, and a top speed of 250 km/h. Above this is the Model X Plaid, which starts at 131,000 euros. It has a range of 550 kilometers, a claimed 0-100 km/h time of 2.5 seconds, and a top speed of 262 km/h. As with Model S, these are US values and range figures are likely to change once the WLTP test cycle is factored in. It is a large SUV with a 670 CV based on the Model S that has been marketed since 2016, although it has been technologically updated on several occasions. With a 2.97-meter wheelbase, Model X can comfortably accommodate up to 7 adult occupants inside. 8. VW ID.3. Of the various versions of the ID.3 that Volkswagen sells, the Tourer has the longest range thanks to its unique electric motor and 77 kilowatt-hour battery pack. This means a WLTP range of 550 kilometers, putting it ahead of much of the competition and only slightly behind Tesla. This particular model of ID.3 has a price of €46,200 and a time from 0 to 100 km/h of 7.9 seconds. One of the widest ranges of electric cars on sale today. It starts at €37,000 for the entry-level Life model. It has a much smaller 45 kilowatt-hour battery pack, good for a 350 kilometers WLTP range, or it can be purchased with a 58 kilowatt-hour battery that offers 423 kilometers of range. That larger battery offers 418 kilometers in the ID.3 family and 415 kilometers with the ID.3 Max. 9. Polestar 2. If the BMW AX can be found at one end of the styling spectrum, the Polestar 2 occupies the other end. Volvo's first full EV looks sophisticated from every angle, while the interior feels very modern and fresh. As standard, the Polestar 2 has a 64 kilowatt-hour battery, which returns up to 442 kilometers of range. But a 78 kilowatt-hour version can be bought for just €3,500 more. This increases the range up to a maximum of 540 kilometers. Single-motor versions produce 225 brake horsepower and can do 0 to 60 in 7.4 seconds, though the twin-motor variant of €7,000 more than the base-spec model and is only available with the larger battery with 405 brake horsepower. With almost twice the power, the 0 to 60 figure drops to 4.7 seconds, and there's a performance package for €6,000 more, with Brembo brakes and Öhlins shock absorbers for the sportiest ride possible. 10. Škoda Enyaq iV80. The Enyaq is Škoda's first all-electric car. There are 2 transmission options to choose from, with the Enyaq 60 having a 58 kilowatt-hour battery pack and 412 kilometers of WLTP approved range, and the Enyaq 80 increasing its battery capacity to 77 kilowatt-hour and range to 532 kilometers. Both have a pair of electric motors and all-wheel drive, and their performance is similar, with a 0 to 60 time of 8.7 seconds for the Enyaq 60 and 8.5 seconds for the Enyaq 80. Above these are the 80 Sportline and the 80X Sportline. These have the same 77 kilowatt-hour battery pack powering a motor on the rear axle, and the Sportline has the same 0 to 60 time of 8.5 seconds, but with a slightly reduced range of 524 kilometers. The flagship 80X Sportline model sees the 0 to 60 time drop to 6.9 seconds, a less rigid chassis, dual motors for all-wheel drive, and a range down to 300 miles. The 100% electric SUV of the Czech brand is available with 3 different power levels: 179, 204, and 275 horsepower. It stands out for its standard safety equipment, with a battery of very complete driving assistance and an innovative airbag that deploys between the 2 front seats. I hope you liked this video. If you did, kindly click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to smash the bell icon to get notified. See you in the next video. Thanks.